Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
All right. Hi, I am not your guy. I am Dr. Delay, and I'm just kind of sitting in, and we're going to see how this goes today. Today, obviously, we have the Braves and Phillies. The Phillies, if you guys probably remember yesterday, the Phillies did win 3-2 over the Braves in extras. On Friday, they won 2-1. So close games happening in this series, except for the Thursday game where they blew them out. So will we see more of that? Will we see more of this? I don't really know. I'm just kind of here filling in. Hopefully, I do a decent enough job for you guys. Obviously, I'm not play-by-play with JJ. I don't think I will be ever at any point in time, but I'll just do the best. Let me know if there's any technical difficulties. This is my first time doing this, so I will, again, I do apologize. I will not be the guy that you are probably expecting. Starting pitcher for the Braves, it's going to be Hurston Waldrip. I've never heard of this guy, to be honest with you. 4-0 record, ERA of 0.90. Again, I'm just checking to see if everything's okay. Whip of 0.93 in his last 7 appearances, a 0.90 ERA, so really solid. Whip of 0.93, so again, really solid last 5 appearances. For the Phillies, we have, I probably should have done research, and again, I do apologize. Jesus Luzardo, 12-6 record, 4.23 ERA, a whip of a 1.32. Last 7 appearances, 4.05 ERA, a whip of a 1.03. Last start against the Mets, kind of struggled a little bit. 4 innings, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 5 hits. Starting lineups, and again, I do apologize. The way I have it's a little bit different. Turner, he's going to be at short. Schwarber DHing. Harper at first. Real Muto catching. Bohm is at third. Marsh is in left. Castellanos in right. Bader is in center. And Stott is at second. For the Braves, it's going to be Profar in left. Olsen at first. Acuna is DHing. Let's see here. Albies at second. Harris in center. White in right. Alvarez at third, Murphy catching, and Allen is at short. I don't have the chat in front of me, so again, if you do chat, I'll try to respond as often as I can, but it's going to be a little bit different tonight. So I'll try to have the phone there, and I'm also doing a fantasy draft. So that's I'm just in such a great position right now to succeed tonight. Still got 5 minutes left until first pitch. So feel free to chat away. Again, I'm not much of the Phillies expert. I'm a Pirates guy, so I'm used to losing. Yeah, nice start. Yeah, now, again, unfortunately, it is not JJ, so we'll see how I do tonight. I'm just a mess. Looking at the standings, we're going to look at that a little bit. Obviously, the Phillies have been in first for a while. You know, they didn't let the sweep against the Mets kind of derail them. They're still 6.5 games above the Mets, looking to make that 7 after tonight's game. I believe the Mets actually, I don't know, they were struggling a little bit earlier. Let's see here. Let's see, where are we at? Where are the Mets? Yeah, they lost to the Marlins. They dropping 5-1 to Miami. Of course, the Braves, it's been kind of a rough year. They actually had a positive run differential for quite a bit. They've only recently started just kind of falling apart. So, yeah, I'm almost up in the draft, so that's great. But I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay. Again, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not used to a big crowd, so I'm just a small streamer over in my neck of the woods. Again, if I do well, feel free to check out the channel. It is a sports channel, but of course, stick with JJ. Of course, he is the best I've seen on YouTube. So again, I'm very thankful for the opportunity to call this Phillies game. I do have a Reading Phillies shirt. I am from the area of Reading. I was born in Reading, lived in the small town of Robisonia, Pennsylvania. Some of you guys might know it, some of you might not. And then at the age of 8, I was forcefully moved to Texas, which is where I currently reside. So I'm in the Central Time Zone. Have a great stream. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And as far as if I know I have this on the Dr. Delay channel, for some reason the chat isn't popping up, so that's something I'll just talk with JJ later tonight about. So if you are tuned in with the Dr. Delay side, unfortunately, I cannot see you. I know I'm abandoning my own loyal viewers, so I am the worst. Again, did not really think this through, but it is all right. We're going to have a great time on tonight's game. Hopefully, again, I'm not JJ, but I'll do the best impersonation I can of a radio broadcaster. So again, just about a few more minutes left until first pitch. You guys, any thoughts on the season? I know every time I tune in, and the Phillies lose, it's kind of like the end of the world type of stuff happening whenever you guys are calling in a JJ. And I assure you guys, you guys are a lot better than you think you are. You could be the Pirates. You really could be. You could be the Pirates. 79-57. I actually made a video prior to the season, and I had originally, I'm not even kidding, Phillies, Yankees in the World Series, and obviously it's Yankees, Phillies, they're still going to be do well throughout the season, but I still kind of think that way. The Yankees maybe not as much. I mean, they have a great run differential, but for some reason there's something about them that's like, I don't think they're as good as that run differential says. But for the Phillies, they're solid. And of course, the Brewers, I don't know, the Brewers, I think it could be Phillies Brewers in the NLCS. I think that'd be a great series. Doctor, can you see your chat? No, I'm tuned in, and what I'm having it on the JJ. I don't have that many devices. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. But hold on. Let me just check something real quick. Let's see. I need to do. Again, we're still a few minutes from game time, so I'm trying to get all these kinks out as like right now. But yeah. Again, I appreciate the opportunity, JJ. Hopefully, I do a decent job. Probably should have started maybe 3 or 4 minutes a little bit later than I did. Let me check on the Dr. Delay side. See what's happening over there. Again, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm seeing that chat. But yeah. So I don't know. I think it'll be Phillies, Yankees. I think that's very realistic. I mean, again, the NL I think is up for grabs. Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, I mean, no, I can see the chat. I just can't see it on OBS. OBS for some reason isn't. So I'd have to be bouncing back and forth. And I think I'm just going to stick with the JJ. So I do apologize to my subscribers. Yeah, we might just next time we'll just stick with the one stream, and I'll be like, hey, I'm taking the night off. I'll be on the other stream. So, but yeah, welcome to the Philly fan base. It's all or nothing with us, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough, Dimmy. Nice chatting with you. I kind of feel the same way with the Steelers, though. I'm a Steelers fan. You probably were able to pick that out, and yeah, it's been rough. Okay, so again, we should be ready for first pitch in a moment. Again, the Phillies being the home team, this is going to be the starting pitcher, Jesus Luzardo. If you're just tuning in, 12-6, 4.23 ERA. Looks like the Phillies are warming up, so we're just a few moments away from first pitch, where we will see Jurickson Profar. Jurickson Profar batting .268 on the year, OPS of .863, 12 homers, and 37 RBIs. In the series, he's actually done not too shabby, 4 for a 14 with an RBI. Last 7 appearances, or last 7 games, he has an OPS north of 1,014. So again, really, really solid for Jurickson Profar. Whereas JJ is done. No, I'm just kidding. No, JJ has some other things happening tonight. So I'm just kind of filling in for now. For this game, really, yeah. Hopefully, I'm sorry again. I will do the best I can. I know I'm not JJ. You got this, bum. All right. Again, we're just a few moments away, so I do apologize. Once we get in the flow of things, I'll be fine. I just got to get to it. Luzardo, looking at his statistics, started really solid in March and April, 1.73 ERA, struggled in May, June, and July. August kind of finding his form, a 3.86 ERA in the month of August. So again, nice. It's a good time to start getting a little bit playoff ready. As again, Profar is coming to the plate. And he's been pretty solid over the last week or so. Profar, Olsen, Acuna, Albies, Harris, White, Alvarez, Murphy, and Allen. That is your starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. All right, we are ready. Luzardo kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike as we are underway in Philadelphia. Profar has, again, like I've said, he's been pretty hot as of late. Third best OPS in the month of August. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Very quickly, 0-2 to Jurickson Profar. And 2, Luzardo delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Jurickson Profar. One away for the Braves. That will bring up Matt Olson. Olson is batting .271, OPS of .827, 21 homers, and 76 RBIs. What's good? How's it going, Cool Jays? Yeah, I am just doing okay. How are you doing? As here is the pitch. That is on the outside corner for a called strike. Olsen again batting .271, OPS of .827, 21 homers, 76 RBIs. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be a grounder to second. Tosses to first for out number 2. 2 outs for the Braves. That'll bring up Ronald Acuna. Acuna is batting .293, OPS of .945, 15 homers and 31 RBIs. And he is getting booed. You guys are welcoming him to the plate for sure. For the series, he is 1 for 10 with a walk. Has struggled a little bit as of late, as here is the pitch. Checked his swing, and that one was in the zone, but apparently not. 1-0. OPS of .661 in his last 7 games. Here's the 1-0, and that is high for ball 2. Actually high. 2-0 count to Acuna. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Here's the 2-1. That is in the dirt, ball 3. Three and 1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Tosses to first for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the Braves. Very quick work. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. It's 0-0 here in Philadelphia. Once again, folks, I do apologize. I know I'm not JJ. I will just try to do the best I can. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you happen to have never discovered JJ and you're a Philly fan, well, that's kind of odd. He's been doing this for a while. So definitely subscribe to the channel, play-by-play with JJ. Definitely, again, one of the best, if not the best, play-by-play guy I have seen. And of course, if you think I'm okay, which again, it's going to be a rough start, I will probably find my form later down the road. I'm having to do a freaking fantasy draft. My only money league happens to be on right now. So that after that's also done, I will be probably okay. And yes, JJ is off. Philly Birds. If you weren't, he might be right here right now. Phillies again: Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Real Muto, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Bader, Stott. What in the world is going on over here? Let's see. Starting pitcher again. I went over it a little bit, but there might be some people tuning on in just now. Hurston Waldrip, 4-0, record ERA of a .90, WHIP of a .93. Very solid. So might be a little. Yeah, no, he's only allowed one earned run in his last 3 starts. I mean, that is very impressive. We're back in Philadelphia where it is 0-0. Trey Turner will be coming to the plate. He's batting .300 OPS of 805, 14 homers and 64 RBIs. Holden, I see. I'm sorry, Holden. I'm just kind of multitasking, triple tasking, quadruple tasking, doing everything tasking. I do apologize. But we'll stop apologizing soon. Let's see here. All right. Should be good now. Should be. All right. Waldrip kicks and deals. That is low, but it's called a strike. About a few inches below the zone. 0-1 count to Trey Turner. Waldrip. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. In the series, he is 5 for 12 with 3 RBIs. Really solid series. Here's the 1-1. That's a grounder, and that is hit foul. 1-2 is the count. Waldrip delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And again, Waldrip has been really solid, and he may be continuing that tonight. Might not be what the Phillies fans want to hear. I guess I'm supposed to be pro-Philly here. I don't know. I guess we'll find out how I am. Kyle Schwarber stepping up to the plate, batting .247, OPS of .948 on the season, 49 home runs and 119 RBIs. For the series, he is 5 for 13, as that is inside for ball 1. 49 home runs. I could only dream of that in Pittsburgh. 1-0 count. Waldrip rocks and fires. Chopper, and that's going to be off his foot as it's 1-1. 1-1 count to Kyle Schwarber. I'm assuming Phillies fans would probably pick him for the MVP. Definitely worthy of that, as that's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. 1-2. Schwarber, his previous career OPS high, 928. Home runs previous, 47. RBIs, 104. He is just shattering it, just having a career year. Here is the 1-2. Check this swing. Did he go? And he did not. Holding up on the splitter there. 2-2 is the count. Waldrip rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Schwarber. And with 2 outs, that will bring up Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper It's batting .269, OPS of .860, 22 homers and 63 RBIs. Couldn't tell you what had happened Friday, but I can tell you last 2 games he's 2 for 8. As here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. 1-0 to Bryce Harper. Waldrop kicks and delivers. That's going to be hit back, as that is a foul ball. Highlighting the splitter here, and it does drop a good bit. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That is way outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Bryce Harper. Here's the 2-1. That is right down the middle for a called strike. 2-2. Waldrop kicks and deals. That is way upstairs for ball 3. 3-2 count to Bryce Harper. Pretty solid eye. Usually walks quite a bit. Its on-base percentage is almost 100 points higher than the average. It's usually a good indicator of that. Here is the 3-2. Chopper to second. Throws to first for out number 3. Well, if you liked hits, well, we're just going to have to wait for a little bit as we head to the top of the second. Your score is 0-0. Once again, folks, if you're on the Dr. Delay side of things, I do apologize. Cannot see you. I cannot see you. Hopefully, we'll figure that out in the next stream or whatnot. But, filling in for Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully, again, if you have not already subscribed to the channel for Play-by-Play with JJ, definitely subscribe. If you're a Phillies fan, this is what he does. He does this every day. And if he can't, then he's going to go ahead and, have someone else cover the game for you. So obviously I'm not JJ, but hey, I will give it the best shot. As far as the Dr. Delay side, again, appreciate you for stopping on by. Again, I won't be able to see what you're saying. So I feel bad, but we just couldn't get that worked out. Of course, again, subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. Due up for the Braves will be Albies, Harris, and White. As I cannot figure this out. I'm just trying to... Let's see. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and stop that. Okay. We're not doing that anymore. We're just going to go ahead and just accept that we're not going to win fantasy football this year. Okay. I am locked in. As soon as I can see the chat. All right. Albies, whenever we do return to coverage, is going to be stepping up to the plate, batting .236, OPS of .655, 13 homers, and 60 RBIs. How have I been, Holden? I've been okay. I've been hanging in there. And, again, I just now seeing some of these chats because just wasn't working. On my end, not y'all's, not JJ or Sports Roustabout. I promise. All right, Albie is stepping in. Let's see here. He is 4 for 11 in the series. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Breaking ball in the zone. And Birdwatcher, look at that. He's like, what the heck is this guy doing on JJ? Here is the 0-1. That's going to be popped up. Harper looking for it, under it, and will make the catch for round number 1. One away for the Braves. That will bring up Michael Harris. Michael Harris is batting .249, OPS of .683, 17 homers and 73 RBIs. He is 2 for 12 in the series. Janet, yep. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's Dr. Delay on JJ. I know. It's wild. Here is the pitch. That is going to be inside for ball one. Slimmed him down. Yeah. He also, JJ got a little darker too, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count to Michael Harris. There is Birdwatcher. How is it going? Long time no see. Here's the 1-1. That is outside for ball two. 2-1 count to Michael Harris. Luzardo rocks and fires. Chopper, and that is going foul. Nice to meet you, Doctor. Always see you in the chat. Yeah, I'm just always hanging out usually after a stream on my end. I will hang out with the different, the streamers. JJ, Rhino. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball in the zone. And that will bring up Eli White. White is batting .234, OPS of .653 on the year, 7 homers and 30 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Any chance you got to win? I do not. I need to get one. Here's the 0-1. That is a swing and a miss. Strike two. I know I'm just a small-time guy, obviously. I'm just starting out the play-by-play career, the YouTube career. Don't really want to invest too much in the setup at the moment. Here is the 0-2. That is in the dirt, ball one. So 1-2 count to White. Already 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nobody on. 0-0 is the score. 1-2. Luzardo kicks and deals. Ground ball to short. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. White was giving it a good effort, but a better throw as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score is 0-0. Once again, I appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Obviously, I'm not JJ. I am Delay, Dr. Delay, and calling this game. Doing an okay job, I guess. Probably could be a little bit better. We're going to lock in. We're going to give you a decent performance. Of course, again, if you find me doing decently okay, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Again, I do play-by-play just like JJ. Obviously, more for the Pirates. I'm not a Phillies, fan. I grew up watching them. I liked Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, of course, Shane Victorino, Jason Worth. I mean, those were my guys. Remember a little bit of Jim Thome as well when I was younger, but no, not really a Phillies. I'm a Pirates. I know we're terrible, but I am just loyal to the end. But yeah, it's mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around Major League Baseball. And of course, I love football and college football. So that is kind of my thing. Of course, if you're new here to Play-by-Play with JJ, well, hey, this guy's been covering your Phillies for a while. You should definitely subscribe to his channel. This is all he does. He gives you play-by-play every day. Whether it's Phillies or, of course, the Diamond Zone, which I think is a great concept. If you Phillies fans have yet to check that out, check it out. It is awesome. It's literally NFL Red Zone, but for baseball. It's so awesome. I know it's only the second inning, but I can feel another uneventful hitting performance. Well, we'll see again. You never know. It's only the second. Baseball, it's flip a coin and, we're going to have a lot of runs and hits this inning. Oh, now we're not. You just never know. No hits for both teams. Yep. Pirates are your backup team. There we go. That sounds about right. Go Phils. Mets lost again. Yeah, no, the Mets, after sweeping the Phillies, they, I guess, got big-headed or something. Probably not, but it's definitely interesting. Whenever you do return to action, it's going to be JT Realmuto. It's batting .268, OPS of .731. 11 homers and 47 RBIs on the season. For the series, he is 1 for 7. Does have a home run and 2 RBIs, though he has struggled in his last 7 games with an OPS of .421. So looking to kind of refine his hitting form. He's got a month to do it before baseball is really, really serious. As here is the pitch. That is inside for ball one. And if you're just tuning in, 0-0. But Waldrop, the pitcher for the Braves, I mean, this guy's been unbelievable. His whip is actually higher than his ERA. It's really good. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 count. Torrio Muto. Pirates, Phillies, Pennsylvania. There we go, James. I like it. Here is the 1-1. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. Hello there, Phillies Sports. How is it going? 2-1 count. Waldrop, wind up, and the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. At the warning track, though he's under it, and will make the catch for out number one. All right, one away for the Phils, and that will bring up Alec Bohm. Bohm is batting .280, OPS of .721, 9 homers and 51 RBIs for the series. It's been a rough one. One for 12, though he does have 3 RBIs, so maybe not as bad as I thought, as that is inside for ball one. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs. Almost took Bohm's head off, but he's able to get out of the way. 2-0. You're a Phillies fan? Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Again, I was born in Reading, but now I live in Texas. Here is the 2-0. Chopper, and that is going foul. So 2-1. How do you feel about the Steelers this year? Another 9-8, 10-7 season. Probably that's the most realistic thing I could think of there. Everyone says that, and that's probably the correct answers. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to be a foul ball. Very optimistic, though. Again, I do think this is our best shot at winning a playoff game since Ben, with Rodgers, and I know he's a controversial guy. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be a tapper to short. Throws to first for out number 2. Again, if you wanted offense, I have some bad news for you. That'll bring up Brandon Marsh with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. He's batting .267, OPS of .731, 7 homers and 29 RBIs. He's had a good series. He's 5 for 10 with an RBI and a walk. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. Harris on the run, making the catch for out number 3. Harris showing off the speed. Nothing doing for the Phillies as we head to the top of the third. Your score is 0-0. Once again, folks, thank you guys for stopping on by. On the delay side, again, I do apologize to my channel. I cannot see anything you're saying. So, again, I don't even know if anyone's there. But I do appreciate you for stopping on by. As far as play-by-play with JJ, again, hey, I know it's not JJ, but I'll just try to do the best I can. Again, I'm not JJ. JJ to me is the best play-by-play guy on YouTube. He really is. And definitely great things for him in the future. If he just, and he will, he's going to keep on going, of course, with the Phillies and stuff like the Diamond Zone. I think Diamond Zone, again, is just a great idea. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. If you love sports and you're here in the chat right now, if you're watching, subscribe to the channel. It's free. You're not going to have to pay a dime. Don't have to pay a dime to subscribe. So definitely subscribe to Play by Play with JJ and also Play by Play with Dr. DeLay. Head on over, hit that subscribe button over there. Again, I do the same thing, of course, for the Pirates and other teams. I do mix up other teams. Because there's not much interest in the Pirates. And of course, I am a big football guy. I love football. Plenty of NFL and college football as well on that channel. So let's see. You live in Olay, Pennsylvania, only 50. Yeah, well, yeah, that's where I was born, John. I was born there. Lived in Robisonia. So let's see here. Phillies, Kyle, MVP. It's going to be tough. I mean, I know it would be, if I said anything else, you guys would all probably burn down my house. So I don't know if I can. I'll say Kyle. I'll say Kyle Schwarber just for you guys. Whether I think of that or not, well, you guys probably already know the answer to that. He's really good, though. He's had a great year. I mean, I can't take that away from him. I'm just saying. Would it be my pick? No. Nacho Alvarez. It's going to be coming to the plate, batting .237, OPS of .622, no homers and 7 RBIs. Kyle deserves MVP, but I don't think they'll give it to him. It'll be tough. It's going to be a tough one. All right, Luzardo delivers, and that's going to be popped up. Harper is able to make the catch in foul territory. Was unsure if that was gonna go out or not. So look at that, 1 pitch, 1 out. Again, if you wanted offense tonight, just unfortunate stuff. No hits for anybody. That'll bring up Sean Murphy. He's batting .206, OPS of .730, 16 homers and 45 RBIs. Tell us what you really feel. Hey, I'll be honest. I mean, honestly, I think it's Shohei. I know. Oh, boo. Yeah, I get it. Hey, you know what? I'm just being honest. Just going to be honest here. I would pick Shohei Ohtani. But you never know. He's still got a month to play. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is going to be low for ball one. I have to be on my best behavior, of course, for the Phillies. It's not that I, would troll you guys. I mean, I was born there, and I definitely pulled for the Phillies before in my life. Here's the 1-0. That is inside for ball 2. The Eagles, prior to their Super Bowl success, I would always cheer for them. Now it's like, okay, they're kind of, I don't know. 2-0. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. You guys are going to have JJ cancel me if I keep talking. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short. Turner throws to first for out number 2. It's like Jay just gonna have to say, delay. You just can't. We're the Philly freaks. You can't disrespect Philly. I'm just saying I like the other guy. No. You're canceled, bud. Huh? Well, geez. I could see it. Nick Allen is going to be coming to the plate here, batting .223, OPS 537. I see the chat moving a lot now. Oh, my gosh, that's going to be popped up foul. No homers and 21 RBIs. Oh, JJ's booing me now. That's great. Oh, man. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is low. 89-mile-per-hour changeup below the zone. Why are we booing? We're booing me, Philly. Boo the doctor. This guy, get him out of here. Here's the 1-1. That is in there for a called strike. You got to get this anti-Philly guy off the screen. Even though I haven't said anything anti-Philly, it's more pro something else. That's just how it is. That is just how it is in the world now. If you're not for me, you're against me. Here is the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Allen trying to appeal that he made contact with it. As of now, it's a strikeout, and we're heading to the bottom of the third. No hits, no nothing for either team. 0-0 in this one. Dr. Delay, we need to chat. Oh, man. Well, I'm expecting the call. As soon as I hit end, phone's going to be blowing up. We're still staying here, apparently. I don't know. Maybe they are reviewing it. I'm not too sure. No, we're not. We're cutting a commercial break. Once again, CMA booing me. We're booing me. We're booing this guy because this guy is just. I said Shohei is the MVP for the NL. I know. That's the worst. Once again, folks, thank you guys for stopping on by. Appreciate you guys. Again, just on the Dr. Delay side, I do apologize. I cannot see anything you're saying. I don't even know if there's anyone there, but thank you. You guys are legends. I really appreciate the community I've built over here or over there. And as for play-by-play with JJ, again, if you are a Philly fan, if you're just a sports fan in general, definitely subscribe to play-by-play with JJ. This guy, again, he's on pretty much every night, Diamond Zone. If he's unable to do a Phillies game, or if the Phillies are off that day, again, it's he is awesome. He really is. So definitely subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ if you're a sports fan in general. Of course, it's free. You don't have to pay a dime. That's kind of what I say over there on that channel, trying to build up that little channel. And of course, again, if you find me somewhat entertaining, feel free to check me out. Of course, prioritize JJ whenever you guys, if we're both going out at the same time. Obviously, baseball games usually happen, especially, with the Pirates and Phillies pretty much about the same time. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Again, you guys, so far, so good. Is that what you guys are saying? He has no J. I know, Evan. I am not, but I'm trying. As here is the throw down. Nick Castellanos is going to be at the plate. He's batting .252, OPS of .698, 16 homers, and 61 RBIs for Castellanos. If he hits a home run, I wonder what happened in the world. That's usually what happens. So for 6 in the series, does have a walk. OPS last 7 games of .594. It's a little bit of a slump, but I'm sure he'll get out of it. As here is the pitch. That is in the dirt, ball 1. Again, if you bet the over, well, I have some bad news for you. Right now, it's not looking good, as there's no hits, no nothing. Here's the 1-0, and that'll be outside for ball 2, 91-mile-per-hour cutter. Ready for Eagles? Not ready for Sixers yet. It's going to be dreadful. Oh, yeah. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2-1 count. I don't watch much NBA, but when I do pull for a team, I'm not just saying this. I do pull for the Sixers, but I don't really watch anymore. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right, but that will become a souvenir. Foul ball. Yeah, I'll check the standings. That's really all I do there. Okay, never mind. I thought that was happening. Here is the 2-2. That is going to be low. Checked his swing. He did not go. 3-2. Yeah, Eagles, Cowboys. That'll be pretty fun. After my Pirates stream, I'm just going to relax and watch the Eagles, Cowboys. 3-2. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt. Ball 4. Look at that. We got a base runner. And it comes in the form of Nick Castellanos. Stepping up to the plate is Harrison Bader. He's batting .266, OPS of .791, 14 homers, and 44 RBIs. Can't wait for the Eagles. Yeah, no, I'm ready for football in general. I'm a Steelers guy, but I'll definitely watch that game, as that's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. Oh, and Waldrop can't handle it, and he's going to be safe. Waldrop tried to scoop it up, but instead of doing that, he pushed it away. And the Phillies have runners on first and second with nobody out. Just a little tapper, maybe a little more of a chopping motion there. And, Waldrop just couldn't field it cleanly. So, again, runners on first and second with nobody out. That will bring up Bryson Stott, batting .246, OPS of .686, 9 homers, and 54 RBIs. Ready for Caps and Nationals in 10 years. Geez, Doug, that is tough. That is tough. Yeah. I feel you I'll feel you with the Pirates. And at this rate, the Steelers, if we just keep on going, first round exit, or 9-8 first round exit, whatever. All right, again, Bryson Stott at the plate. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The meeting of the minds here, the mound visit has concluded. And the Phillies, they're fighting. Looking back at second, here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Want to know count to Bryson Stott. Waldrop sets. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Is this game at Citizens? It is. It is in Philadelphia. Love the Reading Phillies. Yep, just wore this just for this occasion, the Reading Phillies. And it's the classic logo, too, not the Fightin' Phils stuff. Yeah, I like the Reading Phillies with the train. That was my childhood. Here's the 1-1. Chopper, and that's going foul. 1-2 count to Stott. Again, runners on first and second. Nobody out in a 0-0 as we finally have base runners. Waldrop at 35 pitches was so far doing good, barring the last two batters. 1-2. Waldrop sets. Rocks and fires. Chopper off his foot, so we'll do this again at 1-2. 87 mile per hour splitter. This guy is number 2, Hurston Waldrop. MLB ERA leaders in the month of August, a .90. Freddie Peralta, .32. That is just amazing. Again, the Brewers, they will do some damage. 1-2 counts. Waldrop looks back, kicks and deals. That is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Stott. And that will bring up Trey Turner. Batting .299, OPS of 803, 14 homers and 64 RBIs. Waldrop sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. Been there many times. Yeah, First Energy. Yeah, that was again. My dad would take me when I was younger. It was fun. Went the last month when I went back up to Pennsylvania on a visit. 1-0 counts. Waldrop looks back, kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 2. I went to the game on Thursday. I just wish we had a minor league where I lived, and we don't. You jinxed it. Yeah, it's all good. 2-0 counts. Waldrop kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled back as it's 2-1. Bro, please don't get excited when a Philly strikes out. Again, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm neutral. That is where I'm going to do it. There might be some Braves guys in here. You never know. I'm pulling for the Phillies, but I just got to call it the way it is. 2-1. That is inside ball 3. 3-1 count to Turner. Citizens Bank kind of getting loud here. 3-1. Waldrop kicks and deals. Chopper, and that is going foul. Count is full to Trey Turner, trying to get his batting average back to starting with a 3. 3-2. Waldrop sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped foul. Staying alive. Again, there's that splitter. It's just doing some damage tonight. They're in the wrong spot. Yeah, they probably are. I know there's probably plenty of Braves guys. CeeLo's a Braves guy. Yeah. You're probably right about that. 3-2 counts. Waldrop kicks and deals. That's going to be hits. And that's going to be over Albies for a base hit. And Castellanos is going to have to hold up at third as they were kind of waiting to see if Albies would make the catch. But nice by Turner to load the bases. And stepping up to the plate is Kyle Schwarber. You guys may have heard of him. I'm not too sure. Batting .246, OPS of 946, 49 homers and 119 RBIs. 119 RBIs on the season. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The Citizens Bank, they're standing. They're rising to their feet. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. I need water. When I start stumbling, that's what happens. That is what I need. 0-1. Waldrop rocks and fires. Checks his swing. That is inside, and he did hold up there, so it's 1-1. Please wear a shirt that says Kicks and Deals. It's yeah, I should. Kicks and Deals. That's a JJ thing. I kind of adopted it. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball and foul. Again, there's that splitter. Count is 1-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Bases loaded, 1 out. Waldrop sets. Kicks and deals. Called strike 3. Check this swing. It was on the inside corner. He struck him out. There we go. Is that better? That's the last time I do that, though. That is tough. That was the splitter. Again, that splitter just might be filthy as in steps in Bryce Harper. Waldrop sets in, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 1. Harper batting .269, OPS of .858, 22 homers and 63 RBIs. Waldrop sets on the 0-1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 87 mile per hour splitter. Oh my goodness. 0-2. JJ's booing. John says the splitter is nasty. It is tough. 0-2 counts. Waldrop sets and fires. Ground ball to short. Allen's going to beat him to the bag for out number 3. A bases loaded opportunity, but nothing doing. Nothing comes across as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Braves and Phillies 0-0 in Philly. All right, once again, folks, on the Dr. Delay side of things, again, I apologize. If you've been chatting with me, I have not been able to see anything that you have done, so I am very sorry. Could not get that to work. I'll talk with JJ after the stream and see what we can fix on that. As far as the play-by-play with JJ side, which is, the one I'm on, definitely appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Again, JJ has stepped out, and he's entrusted it with me, a Phillies hater. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a Phillies hater, but it might seem that way, to call this game. And again, I'm no JJ, just kind of step it in and see how it goes. But again, if you haven't subscribed to Play by Play with JJ, if you're tuned in right now, definitely subscribe to the channel. He gives you streams practically every day. It's well worth it. I mean, this is some top-notch play-by-play that JJ does. JJ, he is really good, and he's the best on here. So definitely subscribe to the channel, and of course, feel free to check out my channel. It's Dr. Delay, DRDELAY. I do mostly Pirates. I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Of course, I'll be covering stuff for the postseason, and of course, I'll be doing NFL and college football as well. So if that sounds good to you, that's awesome. Subscribe over there. Appreciate you guys for tolerating me. As again, I'm sure you guys will probably want to fight me after the game, especially if the Phillies lose. But hey, you know what? I won't send you the Addy or anything, but we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. Sure, we got smoked. Hey, Doc. Hello, all. JJ made a good choice. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, next Pirates game there, Minister, is going to be Tuesday against the Dodgers. That'll be fun. Let's go Braves. See, look at some Braves fans here. JJ's like pro. I know. JJ is a pro. He really is. He could easily be calling games. Easily call like professional games. Quit apologizing. On it. I will stop. I'll stop feeling sorry. Profar coming to the plate, batting .267, OPS of .859, 12 homers and 37 RBIs. He should be getting paid. He really should. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. Apparently it's 2-0. So apparently ESPN arrived back and it's a 2-0 count. So my apologies. Go ahead and take it up with Bristol, Connecticut or whatever. 2-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 3. Different voices. Yeah, I mix it up. I honestly have no true voice. 3-0. Here's the pitch. And that is in there for a called strike. 95 on the inside corner. Here's the 3-1. My voice cracked. That's going to be popped up and fouled. So works it from 3-0 to 3-2. Oh, just out of curiosity, I'm sure there's plenty of people in the chat that have an opinion on this. Walker Buehler signing with the Phillies. What do you guys think of him? Here's the 3-2 chopper, and that's going foul. I know he hasn't really had the best year, but I mean, I'm just kind of shocked that the Red Sox would just get rid of him for nothing, pretty much. I mean, just subscribe to JJ. Oh, thank you, John. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. 3-2. Here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled back, as it's once again 3-2. Three and two count to Profar. Luzardo begins the windup, and here is the pitch. Profar hits this to center. Bader is backpedaling and makes the catch for out number one. That was an interesting way to backpedal. That will bring up Matt Olson. It's batting .270, OPS of 826, 21 homers and 76 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. His name is Walker for a reason. Steve, how's it going? How's it going? 1-0 count. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Had a few good starts, but mostly been bad. I don't like we just grab someone, a team just drops. There's a reason they ditched him. Fair enough. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. So it's 3-0 to Matt Olson. Lefty on lefty. Luzardo delivers right down the middle for a called strike. 96 on the fastball. 3-1. Luzardo delivers. That's going to be hit foul. So again, another at bat where it was 3-0, but Luzardo attacking the zone, making it 3-2. Count is full to Matt Olson. Luzardo delivers. That's going to be poked and hit to left, and that will get out of play. Phil's picked up Tim Meza. Tim Meza, I think he was a Pirate for a little bit, right? I can't remember. 3-2 count. Luzardo begins the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Luzardo with 4 strikeouts. And that will bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting .292, OPS of 942, 15 homers and 31 RBIs. Getting a warm welcome to the plate, by the way, I should add, as Luzardo delivers. That's going to be fouled back 0-1. Luzardo at 46 pitches, so not too shabby at all. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped back as well. So it's very quickly 0-2. Luzardo again. Solid. Very solid. As he begins the windup, here is the pitch. That is in the dirt for ball 1. Breaking ball. 89 mile per hour sweeper. That is just that just boggles the brain, I guess. Just way too fast. 1-2 counts. Luzardo kicks and deals. Ground ball, Luzardo. Oh, what a snag. Underhands it to first for out number 3. What a play by Luzardo. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, your score is still 0-0. He was injured most of the year, really. Oh, man. That is tough. Really appreciate this. Some people, hey, that's why JJ does this. That's why I do it on my channel, because I know, prices are, ridiculous, and you even if you get the MLB TV, they won't show all the games. They'll have it on Apple TV, or it's going to be on ESPN today, or we're going to put it on FS1, or we're going to put it on Fox, or we're going to put it on, soon it'll be like Cartoon Network. And this is why we do it, because we know there's, people that would like to know what's happening. Live play-by-play and reaction. That's what I name my titles. I'm sure JJ does the same. I honestly don't recall, to be honest with you. Yeah, live play-by-play. So again, this is what we do. Again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. If you haven't done so already, definitely subscribe to the channel, Play-by-Play with JJ. He pretty much does content every day. And of course, if you're on the Dr. Delay side, and again, I do apologize, can't see you. I cannot see you. You can see me. I can't see you. Can't see what you're saying. Again, just some issues there. We'll figure it out next time if this happens again. Thank you for being over there, but hey, I can't see you. I'll see you tomorrow for sure. And of course, if there's any here, feel free to check out the channel. Again, this is what I do over there. More so pirate streams. What I do, pirate. It sounds like I'm pirating. Pittsburgh Pirates streams. But I do some other games as well. Like today, I did Blue Jays and Brewers. Tomorrow, I'll do Blue Jays and Reds because the Pirates are off. So, and of course, we'll get back to Pirates Dodgers. That'll be pretty fun. Where the MVP might be playing in that game. I don't know. I don't even know why I said that, to be honest with you. That's crazy. Due up for the Phillies going to be Real Muto, Bohm, and Marsh. And the Cy Young. I don't even know. I keep talking. That's crazy. I don't know why this mouth keeps yapping. I appreciate you guys for putting up with me. I might be trolling you guys tonight, but you guys have obviously controlled me back. So that's all fair. JT Realmuto is going to be stepping up to the plate. He's batting .268, OPS of .729, 11 homers and 47 RBIs. Good inning by, yes, it was. Luzardo's playing really well. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. As this is a pitcher's duel. Realmuto is 0 for 1 on the night as Waldrip delivers. That's going to be chopped off his foot as it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 count Realmuto. Waldrip at 53 pitches. Realmuto is going to ask for time, and he's going to step back in. 3 strikes and you're out. I think I'm on strike 7 now. Waldrip kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball 1. One and 2. To Realmuto. Again, if you wanted runs, well, I have to wait a little bit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. I think that was pretty tame. I think that was good. I think that's a good energy. It's not too high. It's not too depressing. I think that's fair. That's fair right there. Alec Bohm coming to the plate. He's batting .280, OPS of .729, homers and 51 RBIs. Appreciate you, Doug. I really do. Appreciate you. I try. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. That is in there for a called strike. 93 on the cutter. 0-1 counts. Waldrip begins the windup, and here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. Bohm's like, hey, can you appeal down to first? The umpire's like, no, you're good. You swung 0-2. Again, like many players today for the Braves and Phillies, Bohm is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. That is in the dirt, ball 1. Johns, you've been working out? Yeah, I don't know about that. Might be a different person. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to third. Throws to first for out number 2. All right, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That will bring up Brandon Marsh. He's batting .266, OPS of .728, 7 homers, and 29 RBIs. Another prime time going under again. Yeah. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. One and 0. Waldrop kicks and deals. Marsh hits this to right. At the wall. It is out of here. I don't know what JJ says after a home run. You're going to kind of see something you probably... I forgot what I was supposed to do here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But there you go. I was told to play that after a run. So there you go. I can't say clear the deck, cannonball coming, but it's 1-0. Brandon Marsh with just a bomb to right. That will bring up Nick Castellanos. He's batting .252, OPS of .699. Here's the pitch. Castellanos hits this to left, and that is a foul ball. 16 homers and 61 RBIs. Ring the bell. Is that what? Ring the bell. Or are you telling me to actually ring the bell? Here's the 0-1. That is inside for ball 1. One and 1 to Castellanos because Castellanos walked in his first appearance. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped off his foot. 1-2. Again, Phillies up 1-0. Brandon Marsh just a bomb to right. Getting some runs on the board here, at least one. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Check the swing. Did he go? He did not. Sweeper in the dirt. 2-2. Two and 2 count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. That is way outside for ball 3. 97. Three and 2. Waldrop kicks and deals. Ground ball, and that's going foul. Did the bell not ring? I don't know. I mean, I pressed it. If it didn't play, because I saw it play. If it didn't play, then I just can't do it, unfortunately. 3-2, Waldrop rocks and fires. That is inside for ball 4. So look at that. Castellanos walking both times. That will bring up Harrison Bader. Bader's batting .268, OPS of .795, 14 homers and 44 RBIs. It's Waldrop sets. Kicks and deals. Chopper to third. Oh, what a scoop. Throws to first, gets him for out number 3. All right, well, Brandon Marsh says, hey, let me go ahead and put a run on the board so you guys can stop complaining about the lack of scoring in this one. 1-0 Phillies over the Braves as we head to the top of the 5th. By you guys, I mean me. I was the only one really complaining here, so I like runs. When it comes to baseball, I prefer offense. Football, I can watch a 13-10 game all day. That is perfectly fine with me. Baseball, I need the runs. By the way, again, as far as the Dr. Delay side, again, I apologize. I cannot see anything you're saying. Again, some technical issues. I'm doing this also on Play by Play with JJ's channel. So as far as that channel, again, feel free to subscribe. If you're here watching Play by Play with JJ, well, I'm stepping in, but this is a place where you can watch Phillies and just baseball in general. Again, the Diamond Zone is here, which is NFL Red Zone, but for baseball, again, it's such a great concept. That will definitely take off. You might as well subscribe before this channel goes to the moon and beyond. So again, definitely subscribe. And of course, if you're tuned in, feel free to check out my channel as well. I do pretty much, this is what I do over there. It's more for the Pittsburgh Pirates and, of course, other baseball teams. You know, the Pirates, you know, only so many people want to watch the Pirates now. But yeah, again, feel free to subscribe. Again, sports channels. If you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe to this channel. And, of course, to Dr. Delay's channel. That is me, DRDELAY. That's what I do over there. This is what JJ does over here, albeit a little bit more higher quality over here. So, due up for the Braves will be Albies, Harris, and White. As again, the Phillies are now up 1-0 in this one. Sunday Night Baseball. It's not Sunday Night Football, but hey, you know what? It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. River Plate. Is that Brazilian soccer, Steve? I can't remember. Are they only on ESPN? Yes, Smitey, they are. Yeah. Volume was low. Oh, I can't adjust that. That's all beyond my control. Again, Ozzy Albies at the plate, or coming to the plate, batting .235, OPS .655, 13 homers, 60 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is hit foul. Albies again 0 for 1 on the night. As again, there really hasn't been much offense. Marsh decided to take it, just decided to do it to himself, or do it for himself, do it for everyone. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be poked back and fouled back, and that'll become a souvenir. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. Do you follow the NBA? If so, hit me up if you want to. I don't really do Sixers or NBA, JJ. I appreciate it, though. I'm good, though. Here's the 1-2. Oh, he struck him out. That pitch was indeed outside, and Albies is letting him know about it. Luzardo gets a call, but I imagine the chat here will not mind one bit. And that'll bring up Michael Harris, the second. He's batting .249, OPS of .682, 17 homers and 73 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sweeper outside the zone. Strike 1. Rivers in Argentina. Oh, that's right, Steve. You got me. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 again. Outside the zone, but he has Harris fooled. It's a lefty on lefty matchup, and Luzardo is winning. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is outside. Lays off that time. Just going further and further away each time. Not a bad strategy. 1-2. Harris against Luzardo in his career, 1 for 11 and 7 strikeouts. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, and that's going to get through. I just had to read the stat on the screen, as Harris is going to get on with 1 out. And the Braves finally get a hit. It's in the 5th. That's on me. That was the announcer's curse. All right, I take full responsibility. As there's a drive deep. Okay, I'm just kidding. Eli White coming to the plate, batting .233, OPS of .657, homers and 30 RBIs. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 1. Doing the Steelers games, every single one, Doug. I'll be doing every Steelers game starting this Sunday. I'm excited. Luzardo sets on the 1-0, rocks and fires. Chopper, and that's going foul. 1-1 to Eli White. Harris takes his lead. Luzardo looking over, kicks and fires. That is inside for ball 2. So 2-1 to White. Again, runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Phillies lead 1-0. Braves, though, finally have their first base runner. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. 2-2. I don't know if there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, never mind. Harris taking his lead. Luzardo looks over at first, kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. You drafted not one Steelers. Honestly, most of my fantasy drafts, I really stayed away from the Steelers. Well, DK, I think, will be okay because Rodgers will target him a lot. 2-2 counts. We got a pickoff attempt, but Harris is back safe and sound. Once again, a 2-2 count. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. White at the plate. Luzardo delivers. That is in the dirt for ball 3. Three and two. Luzardo looks over at first. Rocks and fires. And that's once again hit foul. So a little bit of a battle here as White just doesn't want to go away. They're showing the offensive stars by OPS for the Braves. And everyone's pretty much just sunk this year. Acuna sunk by, less than 7 from last year, but still really solid, as that's going to be a tapper. And once again, foul. White is just making contact at this point. 3-2. Luzardo at 65 pitches. And another pickoff. They got him in a rundown. Throws to second. And no one's there. He threw it to first and no one was on the bag. But Harris is going to stay. I don't know what in the world just happened. It's like he threw it. Stott was throwing to the first base coach of the Braves. Harper throwing it to Stott. Stott tossing it to the first base coach. But Harris decided to go ahead and just stay at first, not put himself in any more rundowns. Stott just misfired. That is pretty unbelievable. 3-2 counts. Harris is still at first after all that. All right, Harris again takes his lead. Luzardo sets, kicks, and deals. That is low for ball 4. And the Philly faithful don't like the call, but that was indeed low. You can see pitch number 9 right there, and that will bring up Nacho Alvarez. He's batting .235, OPS of .617, no homers and 7 RBIs. A bunch of Little League going on here. Yeah. How many rundowns going to mess up? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's a common thing with Philly, but didn't look good there. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike, though that one was a little inside. Again, I don't think you guys will mind that. 0-1. Luzardo looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that is foul. And Alvarez actually needs a new bat. Once again, it's an 0-2 count, but we have two runners on, first and second. It's the first time the Braves have really showed any offense tonight. Or I should say base runners, really. Again, it was just a single and a walk. They're showing again the rundown, and Harper was right in front of him, but he decides to play catch with the first base coach as Luzardo looks back at second, kicks and deals, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Alvarez, and that was huge there. That is out number 2. That will bring up Sean Murphy. Murphy's batting .205, OPS of 727, 16 homers, and 45 RBIs. As Luzardo looks over at Harris, kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 1. Remember being a kid and getting into a pickle was always fun. Wasn't so fun for Stott there. I'm sure it was fun for everyone else involved. 1-0 count. Luzardo comes to a set. Looks back at second. And a pickoff attempt. And Stott is able to save it from going into center. Luzardo's really worried about Harris. I should have looked at how many stolen bases Harris has. I don't think is it a lot? I'm not too sure. Here's the 1-0. That is low for ball 2. So 2-0. Again, the Braves are threatening here, and Luzardo seems very focused on Harris as Luzardo looks back at second, kicks and fires. That is upstairs, ball 3. 3-0. Who is this JJ Delay? I know, right? Just a little hybrid here. 3-0 counts. Luzardo looks back at second, rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped off his foot as it's 3-1. Three and one count again. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. As Murphy steps back into the box. Luzardo looking back at Harris. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Checked his swing. It was on the inside corner. Like 125. Yeah, make sure to like it up, people, by the way. You got to like it. 3-2 counts. Phillies fans. And Luzardo's going to walk back Harris. Again, Luzardo really focusing on Harris. Luzardo sets on the 3-2. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 98 on the inside corner. And the Philly fans are ecstatic about it, letting him know that was a pretty darn good pitch. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Phillies lead the Braves 1-0. All right, well, number 1, again, if you're on the Dr. Delay side of things, I'm sorry I cannot see anything that you guys have said, so I do apologize. And if there's anyone there, I'm not too sure, but thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. I owe you guys one. Again, thank you for your support as always. As far as the play-by-play with JJ side, well, hey, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Again, if you're a sports fan here and you have yet to subscribe to play-by-play with JJ, well, I don't know if you're really a sports fan. You got to subscribe to the channel. He's the best play-by-play guy on YouTube. I'm a fill-in, so yeah. But yeah, he does all the Phillies games, and of course, if he can't make it, then he's gonna put somebody in the seat to try to bring you that experience of the play-by-play. And of course, again, he does other things. He does the Sixers. He'll do the Eagles. So again, if you're an Eagles fan as well, definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you're a sports fan in general, just subscribe. It's more sports. We're all sports fans here. We're all in this together. So again, that's pretty much it. And of course, again, feel free to head on over to Dr. Lane, just subscribe, and then of course come back right here. That's not going to bother me. But yeah, appreciate again JJ for letting me call this game for you guys. The Phillies, whenever we do return to action, have Stott, Turner, and Schwarber coming up to the plate. Again, the Phillies lead 1-0 in this one. Stott is batting .245, OPS of .685, 9 homers and 54 RBIs. Holden, don't spam. Don't spam, Holden. You can't spam. Don't spam. That is a no-no. I just don't have. I should probably. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. That's kind of on me for not being prepared. I'm not a prepared guy. Oh, and also, again, like it up, people. Definitely like it up. That definitely helps JJ out a lot. As here is the pitch to Stott. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Stott as we're beginning the bottom of the 5th. Again, the Phillies leading 1-0. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So Stott gets on that and will bring up Trey Turner. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He's batting .301, OPS of .806, 14 homers and 64 RBIs. Again, a runner on first with nobody out. Waldrop sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. 0-1 counts to Trey Turner. Waldrop rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that is also a foul ball. Like and subscribe. Turn on notifications today. Yes, do it. You got to do it. If you call yourself a sports fan and haven't subscribed to the channel, like, what are you doing? Are you really a sports fan? Well, we'll have questions about you. Here's the pitch. That is inside. And I mean, it was on the inside corner, but didn't get the call. 1-2 counts. Turner staying alive. Again, runner on first, nobody out. Waldrop kicks and deals. Chopper to short. There's one. And not in time, as it's just going to be the one out at second. All right, with one man on and one out, that will bring up Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Batting .246, OPS of .945, 49 homer. I can't even just pronounce that because I'm not used to seeing it. 49 homers and 119 RBIs. Again, I'm used to watching the Pirates play, and we don't have anyone above 20. So anyway, that's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Schwarber. Again, runner on first with 1 out. Well, I need to go hit the like button if you want to. oh, you are. Okay. 0-1 count and a pickoff attempt, and looks like Turner is back safe and sound. Hello there as well, D. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt for ball 1. One counts to Kyle Schwarber. Had a career year. It's just a very impressive year. As Waldrop sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Definitely Definitely respecting Schwarber here. Again, he's got him twice already, but it is the third time through the order. It's a magical number. 2-1. Waldrip kicks and deals. That is inside ball 3. He's definitely, again, respecting Schwarber at the plate. There's nowhere really even close with these pitches. Three and one. Waldrip sets and fires. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. Schwarber was already headed to first, but that was definitely in the strike zone, or at least on the outside corner. Schwarber didn't like it. I cannot see my chat, Holden. I'm very sorry about that. I do apologize to the Dr. Delay viewers. 3-2 count. Waldrip kicks and deals. Ground ball, and that's actually off his foot. So we'll do this again. Again, that splitter. That splitter usually coming up in big spots. 3-2. Waldrip, it's at 81 pitches, so it's going to be iffy if he's out there for the 6th. It'll just depend on how the rest of this inning goes. 3-2. Waldrip sets. And a pickoff attempt, but Turner is back safe and sound. Three and two. Waldrip sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out and throw to second, but Turner is safe. A lot happening there. Turner is able to move himself in scoring position. Schwarber does indeed strike out, but hey, a base hit into the outfield could make this a 2-0 game. And that will bring up Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is batting .268, OPS of .856, 22 homers and 63 RBIs. Waldrip looks back at second. Rocks and fires. That is inside for ball 1. Harper again 0 for 2 on the day. One and 0. Waldrip sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2. On deck is JT Realmuto, who's also 0 for 2. Waldrip sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Rocks and fires. That is inside for ball 3, so it's 3-0. Yeah, known by the rookie. Waldrip's pretty good. He's had a great start to his young career. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk him, so not a bad decision. Not a bad decision by any means, as that will bring up JT Realmuto. He is batting .267, OPS of .728. 11 homers and 47 RBIs. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. They might be chatting it up on a mound. I'm not too sure. They're spending coverage away from the game, so I'm assuming so. So a little bit of a meeting of the minds here for the Braves. Yeah, the catcher Murphy had a little chat with the rookie. A big at-bat. Again, this game's really only been decided by Brandon Marsh, who had a solo shot earlier to right. As we're about to resume action. Again, runners on first and second. 2 outs. Realmuto at the plate. Waldrip looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Strike 1. Again, that splitter. You've heard me say it a lot. And it is fooling the Phillies. How do we get the run? I was off looking. Brandon Marsh with the home run. Solo home run in the fourth. 0-1 counts. Waldrip looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that is foul. Oh, and 2 counts. Again, runners on first and second. Kicks and deals. That is going to be check the swing. Did he go? And the umpire saying he did. Oh, my goodness. He struck him out. Real Muto. Kind of looking at her like, hey, are you going to appeal or no? But, man, that is tough. That's a tough way to end the inning. And looks like he did commit. As we head to the top of the sixth, the Phillies still lead 1-0. He has a solo shot by Marsh. Anyway, folks, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Of course, on the Dr. Delay side, I'm very sorry I cannot, of course, read what you're saying, and I really apologize. We'll try to make it up to you guys for sure. Again, thank you guys for your support. As far as the play-by-play with JJ, again, I'm just filling in for play-by-play with JJ. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to play-by-play with JJ if you haven't done so already. This is what he does. He does this every day. And, of course, if he can't make the game like tonight, he's going to make sure you guys have somebody to call this game for you. So, again, if you're a sports fan, subscribe to the channel. All you're going to get is more sports. And then we're all sports fans here. And, of course, feel free to check out my channel as well. I do the Pittsburgh Pirates and, of course, other baseball games. And, of course, I'll be doing plenty of football, including the Steelers, and college football as well, though that's more of a select thing because college football is kind of tough to do on YouTube. But, yeah, I will be doing that as well. And I have just looking at the chat here. Again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by tonight. Make sure to, of course, hit the like. If you haven't hit the like button, well, that's interesting. And that like button helps JJ out so much. As, again, he's building something pretty special here. So definitely support JJ by doing it. It doesn't cost anything to like, doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Again, thank you for even clicking on the live stream. Really helps out the channel a lot. Due up for the Braves will be Allen, Profar, and Olsen. All of them have yet to get a hit today as the Braves, again, only have 1 hit. I'll move my big fat head here. You can see that the Braves only have 1 hit. Of course, the Phillies, 1 run and 4 hits. So, again, not much offense in this one. I don't know why I have Brandon Marsh up there. Nick Allen's going to be stepping up to the plate. He's batting .222, OPS of .536, no homers and 21 RBIs. All right, Luzardo's back out there for the 6th, as here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. Luzardo at 76 pitches, as here is the 1-0. Check this swing. Did he go? He did. 1-1. 1-1 counts. Luzardo kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to center. Bader is on the run and will make the catch for out number 1. That will bring up Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 2. He's batting .265, OPS of .856, 12 homers and 37 RBIs. Congratulations. Well, I don't know what I did, but thanks, I guess. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Luzardo shakes his head, doesn't like that one, likes this one, as here is the 0-1. Check this swing. That's in there for a called strike. Count is 0-2 to Jurickson Profar. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that is foul. Count is 0-2 to Profar. Again, he's looking for his first hit. A lot of Braves are, as here is the pitch. Tapper to second. Throws to first, gets him by a step for out number 2. Looks like Profar actually slowed down there at the end. That was interesting. I don't know if he's hurt or what. That'll bring up Matt Olson, who's also 0 for 2, batting .270, OPS of 824, 21 homers, and 76 RBIs. Luzardo, he's at 82 pitches, by the way. Again, he looks like he could be out there for the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 97, right down the middle. Oh and 1. Luzardo rocks and fires. That's in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 0 and 2. Oh, and 2 count to Matt Olson. Again, the Braves only with 1 hit tonight, so if Luzardo just keeps this up, he'll be fine. As here is the 0-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that is a foul ball. Oh, and 2 count. Again, lefty on lefty here. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. So it's 1 and 2. Luzardo rocks and fires. That is upstairs ball 2. Again, this game's kind of slowed down. Kind of feel it. If you like offense, again, this isn't really the game for you. If you had the over today, so far it's not looking good for you. 2 and 2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit once again. Foul. Can take comfort that we all have the same amount of runs as the Braves so far. If you're feeling down, there you go. Here is the 2-2. Chopper to Luzardo. He's going to underhand it to first for out number 3. Once again, nothing doing for the Braves, so we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score is 1-0 Phillies. All right. Well, let's check what happened out throughout the day. So I haven't really been able to do this. Let's see. The Reds, they defeated the Cardinals 7-4. Twins over the Padres 7-2. Red Sox over the Pirates 5-2. The Rays over the Nationals 7-4. Blue Jays over the Brewers 8-4. Mariners over the Indians 4-2. Marlins over the Mets 5-1. Angels over the Astros 3-0. Tigers over the Royals 5-0. White Sox over the Yankees 3-2. Rockies defeating the Cubs 6-5. Giants all over the Orioles 13-2. Rangers over the A's 9-6. And the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks 5-4. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for stopping on by on the Dr. Delay side. Again, I can't really see you guys, so I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys for sticking it out with me, even though I can't talk to you. As far as the play-by-play, again, with JJ's side, definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. This is a sports channel. Of course, it's mostly Philly. So if you're a Philly fan, definitely do it. If you're a sports fan, again, just definitely do it. We're all sports fans, so you might as well just hit that subscribe button. It's definitely worth it. It's free. It's free. Again, this is the best play-by-play on YouTube. It really is. And of course, if you enjoy the style that I have, feel free to check out my channel. I do, again, play-by-play for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And of course, I do bounce around as well. And of course, I'll be doing plenty of football and college football on that channel, with a little bit of college basketball after football is done. So anyway, bottom of the 6th, Bohm, Marsh, and Castellanos will be due up in the bottom of the 6th. I haven't yet to check the if any of you guys could fill me in on what's happening on Miami and Notre Dame. I'm kind of curious in that one. I feel like Notre Dame should easily win, but I guess you never know. Alec Bohm is going to be coming to the plate. He's batting .279, OPS of .718, 9 homers and 51 RBIs. As here is the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. Bohm is 0 for 2 on the day. Waldrip kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right. On the run, diving. Oh, no, he leapt and... Oh, it landed on the line, but... No, it did not, apparently. Oh, that is so close. The replay, I'm not too sure. I'd like to see another shot of this. This one is... Oh, that, I believe, was just foul. I thought it hit the line. Of course, they show the angle that, you cannot tell at all. Oh, my goodness. Bohm is like, hey, check it. Oh, they were able to stop it. It was indeed a foul ball just by an inch or two. Looking like a tennis match. 1-1 count. Waldrip kicks and deals. That is low. 2-1. 7-0 Miami. Really? Oh, my goodness. What the heck? 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs. As it's 3-1. How are you, JJ? JJ's doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit to right. As that's going to be a foul ball. It's deleted. Yeah, JJ's not here tonight. Do apologize. Little interruption in your normally scheduled broadcast. That's inside ball 4. So Bohm is going to draw the walk to lead off the bottom of the 6th. That will bring up Brandon Marsh. He's the only guy that has crossed home plate today. And, of course, he did it himself with a home run in the bottom of the 4th. He's batting .269, OPS of .742, 8 homers and 30 RBIs. 8:52 left in the 2nd. Really? That's crazy to me. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a mound visit. I'm not too sure if this is going to be it. And looks like, no, it's the pitching coach. So a little bit of a mound visit here. Looks like they're trying to give some more time for the bullpen. Yeah, JJ is off for the night. So I'm the guest host. Again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by the live stream. Definitely, again, leave a like. Hit that like button. Definitely helps out the channel. And, of course, subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ if you haven't done so already. Again, you won't regret it. It's free. If you're worried about price, it's going to cost you $0.00. I promise you will not be sent a bill. So definitely subscribe to the channel. As Marsh is stepping back in, Waldrip sets, kicks, and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Of course, feel free to head over to Dr. Delay as well and just hit the subscribe button and then, of course, come back. Definitely, I do the same thing over there. Not Phillies, though. Do Pirates. 0-1, Waldrip kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Waldrip, opponents versus splitters, 4 for 51. 4 singles. That is amazing. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is inside. For ball 1, Waldrip has a splitter that is just hard to hit. You just don't. 1-2, Waldrop. Sets. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Nick Castellanos, batting .252, OPS of 716 homers and 61 RBIs. Isn't Walker Buehler washed up? Maybe. I just got JJ $2. Look at that. JJ, you're welcome. Jack, appreciate it. I am not the host of the show, though. But hey, I'm sure JJ will appreciate it. 1-0 count to Castellanos. Again, he's walked twice so far as Waldrop kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike one. That was pitch number 100. So Waldrop, they're not afraid about using them. They're in first and goal from the 1. No way. Oh my gosh. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul. Oh wait, Notre Dame. I don't know why I thought Miami. I'm an idiot. 1-2 counts. Hurston Waldrop, the splitter tonight. People are the Phillies are 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts and 4 groundouts. I'm telling you, that splitter. If you haven't been able to watch this guy pitch, that splitter is so good. 1-2 counts. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Again, the splitter just froze him. Oh my goodness, the 9th strikeout of the game, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it for Waldrop. What a performance. I know, obviously, it's a Phillies channel, but I just got to, shoot, that was a performance. He just made one mistake against Marsh. So a pitching change underway in Philly as the Braves will head to the pen. Hey, new guy sub. Hey, no, that's it's all good. I'll forgive you. Are you serious? Seriously, Larry? You're late? Seriously? Come on, dude. Unbelievable. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Your voice is just more suited. Oh, appreciate it. I don't know how I feel about that, actually, because I'm more of a football guy, but I'll let it slide, Lee. But I appreciate it. I know it's a compliment, but yeah, appreciate it. Again, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to Play by Play with JJ. Definitely do it right now. Again, he is the best play-by-play guy on YouTube. And, of course, again, I appreciate the compliments. Feel free to check out my channel. I do the same thing over there, of course, just for the Pirates. And I do bounce around as well. Obviously, I'm a Steelers fan as well. If you can see the jersey in the background there. So I'll be doing, again, play-by-play for baseball, football. And, yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. That's what I do. And I appreciate JJ with the opportunity to call this one. I appreciate JJ again. He's been very supportive of my channel. He really has. He's definitely him, JJ, Pure Journalist Sports, Rising Rhino. They've all been very supportive of me. So I really just, I try to redirect now. I've unlocked the redirect ability. So I try to redirect to those three a lot. New pitcher for the Braves is going to be John Brebbia. 1-0 record, 7.71 ERA, whip of a 1.77. Last 7 appearances, though, he has struggled. 13.50 ERA, whip of a 2.44. So, again, it's going to be a nice opportunity for the Phillies. Again, they have runners on first and second, but... Oh, no, pardon me, first. I thought it was first and second. But, again, they only have 1 out to do it. I don't know how long Brebbia will pitch. Larry is seriously, I know. Like, what is this guy doing? I'm kidding, man. Let's see. Well, I have the face for radio and the voice for silent movies, so I'll just join the You're good. You're good. On Dr. Listring. Liberty, hey, thank you, Liberty. Again, I'm not able to read it. Thank you, Roustabout, man. You're the GOAT. Roustabout, man, you're awesome. But I appreciate it. I'll have to message you. All right, Bader is at the plates, I believe. I don't know unless they did a pinch hitter. No, they did not. He's batting .267, OPS of .793, 14 homers and 44 RBIs. Brebbia kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Again, runner on first. I apologize. I thought it was first and second. That's on me. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The Braves just went to the pen. It's Brebbia, who's had a rough year. But there's 2 outs. Brebbia. And a pickoff attempt. But it looks like he's back safe and sound. 0-1 to Bader. Brebbia looks over at first. Sets, kicks, and deals. Check this swing. Did he go? He did not. 1-1. It's all good, Larry. I appreciate it again. 1-1 counts. Brebbia sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball, and that is a foul ball. Bader, again, one of the few players tonight to actually get a hit for both the Braves and the Phillies. Not really much offense tonight. As you can see, it's 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Brebbia checks on the runner at first. He sets, rocks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip into the catcher's end. And Bader just slammed his stuff down. Not exactly happy. As we head to the top of the 7th, the Phillies still in the lead, 1-0 over the Braves. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Make sure, of course, to leave a like, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed to Play by Play with JJ, definitely do it. Again, appreciate the opportunity, JJ, for letting me letting me call this game for you guys. It's been fun. I know I'm anti-Philly for saying neutral things. I'm sorry. I apologize. But hey, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys for tolerating me. I definitely, again, I don't know. I feel like I just kind of want to troll you guys, even though I'm part Philly myself. But it is what it is. And again, feel free to check out my channel as well, Dr. Delay, DRDELAY. And that's pretty much what I do over there. It's the same thing for the Pirates, though, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I do bounce around. Only 1 hit. I know Atlanta just cannot get on doing nothing. They only have 1 hit through 6 innings. The Phillies with 4. And, of course, they have the run. Do it for the Braves will be Acuna, Albies, and Harris. Let's see. JJ told me there's something about a trivia. I don't know if I know any trivia here. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Acuna is going to be at the plate whenever we do come back. He's batting .291, OPS of .938, 15 homers and 31 RBIs. So you're saying it's going to come down to the bullpen? Yes, probably. Again, I didn't see I'm assuming Luzardo's going to be out there. Yeah, Luzardo's going to be out there again. Very efficient. Acuna's batting .291. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. .291 OPS of .938, 15 homers and 31 RBIs. I thought you were a Phillies fan because you're always in JD's chat. No, I am not. Here's the 0-1. That is hit to right, and that is a foul ball. I'm a Pirates guy. I did like the Phillies growing up to an extent, iconic players, but no, I'm just a fellow streamer, I guess. Here's the 0-2. That is outside ball 1. Of course, I'm just really starting out. 1-2 count to Acuna. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is, wow. That I thought was on the outside corner, but nothing doing there. 2-2. Oh, jeez. That was there. 2-2 counts. Luzardo kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 3. Now, wouldn't that be something if Acuna gets on? 3-2. Luzardo rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up and fouled back. We don't hold that against you. Yeah. Appreciate it. Looks like the Phillies are warming up somebody in the bullpen. It's David Robertson. Luzardo kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is also a foul ball. Learning from JJ, I don't know about that. I mean, I kind of look at everybody, but I kind of just do my own thing. Like what I'm doing here is like, this is just me. Like, I'm just being me. As far as in the chat, I'm just kind of supporting. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Bohm throws to first. Gets him by a step. What a play by Alec Bohm. That bat shattered, and Bohm doing a great job of just staying composed and just rifling it to first for out number 1. And that is just tough for the Braves. That'll bring up Ozzie Albies. He's batting .235, OPS of .653, 13 homers and 60 RBIs. Sound pretty experienced? It's all like impersonate. I'm just impersonating what I've heard on the radio. Here's the pitch that is in there for a called strike. Albies is 0 for 2. Luzardo delivers. That's going to be poked to short. Throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 2. Very quickly, all of a sudden, it's 2 away, and that will bring up Michael Harris. Pardon me, Michael Harris, batting .250, OPS of .684, 17 homers and 73 RBIs. Luzardo kicks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. JJ wouldn't have you on if he didn't believe in you. Well, he has a lot of faith in me, and I do appreciate it. I really do. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Sweeper outside the zone. He chased it. 1-1. Luzardo, by the way, at 101 pitches. I wonder if this may be the last batter for him. Oh, it's an 0-2. 0-2 count. My bad. Where was I? 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. I think I was just following. ESPN messed up. That's what had me fooled here. One and 2 count. Luzardo kicks and fires. That is in the dirt for ball 2. Luzardo delivers the 2-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Marsh is there. He's going to throw it in, and that's going to keep Harris at first. Oh, man. And that was probably going to do it for Luzardo, and that's a great performance. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Yep, that's going to do it. Well, Luzardo's day is done after 104 pitches. Great performance. Waldrop had a great performance, but Luzardo was better as he didn't allow a run. So a pitching change here in Philly as he's getting a proper standing ovation. So let's see here. Let's look at David Robertson's statistics for the year. He's 1-0. 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA, whip of a 1.09. Of course, he hasn't really played much. So yeah, I mean, it's looked good so far in the short time. So a pitching change. Bear with me, folks. Again, I appreciate you guys for letting me call this one for you guys. I do. Who was the first? Okay, there we go. There is the well, I don't know. How am I going to know? Because I have no idea what the answer would be. Who was the first Philly to have his number retired? Again, you guys could tell me a bunch of names. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally know the answer. Yeah, I should. Yeah. Well, there's the answer or the question. I wouldn't know. So I feel kind of bad. I am zero ball knowledge when it comes to the Phillies, I guess. So there you go. Elite ball knowledge everywhere else. I assure you. I assure you when it comes to football. This guy, you should probably listen to this guy. And appreciate you guys though. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button helps out the channel a lot. And of course, on the Dr. Delay side, I'm sorry I cannot see what you're saying, but I appreciate you guys for just tolerating me as I am covering for play-by-play with JJ. You probably noticed that the thumbnail was different as well. So we will have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Jake Fraley. Jake Fraley. It's batting .240, OPS of 729, 6 homers, and 23 RBIs. How many strikeouts did he get? That's a good question. That was a good bit. 7. He struck out 7 in this one. I'll give the final stat line after this inning is, here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. First to answer wins. Who was the first Philly to have his number retired? Sonic, the Eagles fan, says Robin Roberts. Robertson sets. Kicks and deals. That is low for ball 2. 2-0 counts. Grover Cleveland Alexander, says Joseph. Robertson kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Castellanos has it, throws it in. Harris is going to have to stay at second. And that will bring up Nacho Alvarez. Nacho is batting .233, OPS of 612. No homers and 7 RBIs. Hello, Dr. Lay. Thank you for letting in. Hey, very welcome, Cole. Appreciate you. Chuck Klein. Sonic, looking up on Google. I don't know if that's a genuine answer there, Sonic. I don't know what the rules are for JJ, but for me, I'd be like, what the heck? What the heck, man? All right, Nacho at the plate again. 2 outs, but there's runners on first and second. Phillies clinging to a 1-0 lead. Robertson looking back at second. Kicks and deals. That is low for ball 1. One and 0 counts. Robertson again replacing Luzardo, who had a great game. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Breaking ball, that is outside for ball 2. And the Philly fans have gotten a little bit quiet, and I don't blame them. It's a little bit shaky. 2-0. Robertson kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball 3. And some more groans from the Philly crowd. That's Nacho pitch. Yeah, that is not indeed. 3-0. Robertson looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Taking all the way, that's in there for a called strike. I'm going to assume it's Robin Roberts. Sonic the Eagle fan looking up on Google. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Philly fans getting a little bit loud here, trying to rally behind Robertson. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Robertson sets. Rocks and fires. Broken bat to short. Turner has it, throws to first for out number 3. He's out. And Robertson's able to get out of it and keep Luzardo's shutout, well, 6-inning shutout, I guess, intact. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, the Phillies still lead 1-0 over the Braves. Final stat line for Luzardo, 6 2/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Again, no earned. By the way, for the Braves guy who did very good as well, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 1 earned. So again, really solid pitching all around in this one. And of course, once again, the Dr. Delay side, I'm very sorry, cannot see you guys. If you're chatting away, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you guys. I do. I owe it to you. I'll be back tomorrow on, and I'll be able to look at you guys in the chat for sure. As far as play-by-play with JJ, again, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Sunday Night Baseball. It's definitely awesome, and of course, it's not necessarily a offensive output, but we got a good pitching duel on the slate here. So yeah, again, make sure to leave a like, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you are a fan of sports in general. You don't have to be a Philly fan to subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ, but of course he does definitely a lot of Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, so definitely subscribe to the channel for more of that. And of course, if you are enjoying what I've done here, I'm not JJ. Definitely subscribe to my channel. Feel free to check it out. Again, I've been going at it since pretty much opening day. Started at 30 subscribers. Now I believe I guess I hit 700 tonight. So again, thank you guys so much. Had a stream earlier. It was pretty successful with that one. So, but yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tolerating me. I know I'm anti-Philly, but you guys haven't been too bad at all. Do it for the Phillies. It's going to be Stott, Turner, and Schwarber whenever we do return to action. And I'm assuming we're going to have Brebbia in there because I haven't seen anything about a pitching change. I'll try to read the chat here. Sonic, isn't that cheating? Yeah, maybe. That's what I thought. Oh, man. If you're guessing you're not using all your research, that's fair. That's a fair one. That's fair. Nacho bat. Yeah. Dang, it's a long that's right. The 7th inning stretch. Apparently Miami's up 14-7 over Notre Dame. Man, that is crazy. Rob might want to start leaning on Robertson more and Strom less. Just want a quality call, and you are providing that. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lee. Appreciate it. Was I number 700? I don't know. I was actually just told I hit 700 tonight, so that's really cool. I was at 679 before I did the Blue Jays Brewers game. Then I got up to 695. Had a really good performance for me. I mean, shoot, that's awesome for me. And I guess I hit 700 again. Thank you guys so much. That is awesome. I appreciate it. And again, if you're enjoying the call, feel free to check me out as well. Of course, always tune into JJ, but again, just subscribing to my channel really helps out a lot. You don't have to even view it. Just getting to that magical number of 1,000 is really where it's at. But might not do that for a while. Just going over again, Luzardo with a great performance. Can the Phillies hold on is the question. I feel like every time I tune into JJ after, the post-game stuff, you guys are going on and on about how the bullpen, the bullpen can't hold it. Bullpen can't do this. Bullpen can't do that. Well, hey, I'll get to see it live and in person right now. Actually, in a half inning because Stott is at the plate. Brebbia kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Stott again batting .247, OPS of .688, 9 homers and 54 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That is outside for ball one. One count to Bryson Stott. Brebbia kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Jeez. Count is 2-1. Brebbia delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that is out of play. Count is even 2-2. And the Phillies lead 1-0. Brandon Marsh, he's been the difference in this one. Brebbia rocks and fires. That's going to be poked back and hit foul. Will the Phillies reach 100 wins? Ooh, that's a tough one there. Diego, that's a good question. I don't know. What are they at? 79-57. No, they won't. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be popped up, and a long run by the third baseman, but that will get out of play and become a souvenir. Probably won't see anyone hit 100. Maybe the Brewers. They have to go 15-9, which is doable, but that's still it's not exactly a gimme. Count is 2-2. Brebbia rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up and a foul ball yet again. So Stott just staying alive. Statistically, I think the bullpen is middle of the pack, 15th or 16th. Could be worse. Surprisingly. Yeah, you sound like a Pirates fan, man. You really do with that attitude. Now they'd have to go 21-5. That's just not happening. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be poked to left. Left fielder coming in and making the catch. Profar is there for out number 1. 21-5. That'd be quite the stretch. And of course, if you guys did that, you guys would probably be thinking, oh, well, that's a pretty good way to go in the playoffs. But then it's like, well, you don't want to peak too early as well. That's what many Brewers fans were telling me. We're kind of worried that we peaked too early. So we'll see how that goes. Trey Turner stepping up to the plate. Brebbia kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is a foul ball. Turner's batting .300, OPS of .804, 14 homers and 64 RBIs. Brebbia rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right. And, oh, what a run by Fraley at the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. There's a mound visit here, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So yeah, they see Schwarber up at the plate, and they're like, you know what? We're going to bring in a lefty. So a pitching change here in Philly. Braves going to the pen. The Braves going to the pen yet again. Let's see here. I haven't went over the scores. You guys already know what happened pretty much, right? This is the only game going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. I usually have my routine, and it's kind of thrown off right now. I never do the last game. I rarely do the last game. But yeah, appreciate you guys again for stopping on by. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. Hit that like button right now. Do it. It looks like my thumb. Like, seriously, it's right there. Definitely helps out the channel. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to Play by Play with JJ, definitely do it. JJ is the best. And I'm not talking in third person. I'm not JJ. If you're wondering, like, heck, is this guy talking in third person? Like he thinks he's the Rock? I mean, is he okay? I am okay. I'm not JJ. I'm Delay. I'm Dr. Delay. New pitcher for the Braves is going to be Dylan Dodd. Dylan Dodd has a 3.42 ERA, whip of a .85. Oh, we got a subscriber. Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you, Will McInerney. There we go. Apologize if I McInerney. I don't know. Thank you for subscribing again. Feel free to check out my channel as well, Dr. Delay. I do the same thing over there, except for the Pirates and, of course, other baseball games. As again, one can only take so much of the Pirates, but I do mostly Pirates over there. And of course, I'll be doing plenty of football. And this might not sound appealing to you, but again, I will be doing every Steelers game. But the other game I do every Sunday will be voted on by the subscribers of the channel. So again, if you want a lot of say in the games that I will call, feel free to subscribe. You'll be able to vote. Again, the Steelers play the Jets right after that. There's 4 games. You'll be able to vote on it. The poll goes up actually tomorrow as Kyle Schwarber is stepping up to the plate. Dodd kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Schwarber is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's batting .245, OPS of .942, 49 homers and 119 RBIs. Dodd sets, kicks, and deals. Schwarber hits this to center. On the run is Harris, and that's off the wall. Harris slips and falls. Schwarber's rounding second, heading for third. Harris now gets it, throwing in. And Schwarber's going to go ahead and chill at third. A triple for Kyle Schwarber. That one was just a line drive off the wall, and Harris didn't help that he slipped. If you're a Braves fan, you're like, unbelievable. If you're a Phillies fan, believable, believe it. Dante Bayo, whatever you want to say, as Bryce Harper is going to be at the plate batting .268, OPS of .858. 22 homers and 63 RBIs. Dodd sets and fires. And Harper hits this to right at the wall. But, he's able to make the catch at the warning track for out number 3. Oh, man. We head to the top of the 8th. The Phillies still lead 1-0. Just talking Pirates with my dad the other night, including those stovetop-like hats in the 70s and early 80s. My dad loves those, by the way. And how they had a window in the early 90s. Bondsman, I know. Yeah, my dad loves those, the early 90s Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah, it's really a shame, Joseph, for what happened to those Pirates. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for chatting away. It's definitely been fun talking to you guys. I appreciate you guys putting up with me with my, again, anti-Phillies. And again, I'm looking at the screen, quotation, anti-Phillies rhetoric here. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Again, on the Dr. Delay side, I'm not able to look at your chat, some stuff there, but again, I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be able to chat with you guys tomorrow for sure. Again, for Play-by-Play with JJ, if you haven't already done it, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel right now. All you're going to get is some of the best play-by-play on YouTube. And again, I'm not JJ. It's just a guy that's better. So definitely subscribe to him. Again, he is the best on YouTube. And if you enjoy my style, feel free to check out Dr. Delay, DRDELAY, for more baseball. And of course, plenty of football on the channel. That is really I love football. That is my, I don't know. I've been playing NFL 2K on my Dreamcast since forever. I actually played it the other day. I just love it so much. Football that's for me. But of course, baseball. Baseball's fun too. It's not as fun when you're a Pirates fan, but I still call it anyway. So appreciate you guys for putting up with me. I really do. Oh, hey, Brandon, how's it going? Yeah. And Sports Roustabout, he's kind of serving as a moderator for going in between. I appreciate you. Sports Roustabout, you've been so supportive. Again, shout out JJ, Sports Roustabout, Pure Journalism Sports, and Rising Rhino. Definitely subscribe to all those channels. Everyone subscribe to Sports Roustabout. Again, he posts play-by-play stuff in his post every single day. So if you're looking for sports, definitely check him out, man. He's on top of it. He's a grinder. He really does support us all. Yeah, he's awesome. It's one of the first to support me, so I really do appreciate you, Sports Roustabout. As Sean Murphy is not coming to the plate, we have a pinch hitter, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Vidal Brujan. It's batting .230, OPS of .568. No homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Turner has it, throws to first, not in time, as he was moving to his right, throwing to his left. And we do have a new pitcher, and I'll try to get that for you. This is Orion Kerkering, 7-4 record, 2.98 ERA, whip of a 1.32. And stepping up to the plate is Drake Baldwin. And I haven't really covered many Braves games this year, but I can tell you that he's impressed me in every single one. As Kerkering sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 90s Pirates were thrown by the Braves. No, I do not like the Braves. I do not like the Braves at all. Who will lose 100 games? The Rockies and White Sox. That's it. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Maybe the Nationals. I don't know how the Nationals are doing. 1-1 count to Baldwin. Again, runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Phillies leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. 2-1. Kerkering sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball, and that is hit foul. Pure Adrenaline, how's it going? How is it going? Again, I was just shouting you out. Rising Rhino, play-by-play with JJ Sports Roustabout. You four have been such a huge support to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Here's the 2-2. Chopper off his foot. And that is a foul ball. Baldwin actually leads the NL rookies with batting average and OPS. He's second in home runs, second in WAR, tied for first in RBIs. Like I said, every time I've covered the Braves, which isn't really much, Drake Baldwin has been very special. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left, and that is a foul ball. Bucks always seem to be a player or two away from being a consistent playoff contender. We really just needed some bats this year, really, honestly. But it is what it is. Maybe next year. Probably not. 2-2 counts. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That is inside ball 3. Kerkering. That was wildly inside. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing great. How are you doing, man? Appreciate you for stopping by. Here's the 3-2. That is low, ball 4. Oh, no. And that is not good. Now coming to the plate for the Braves is going to be Jurickson Profar. He is 0 for 3 on the night. But Kerkering is having a little bit of trouble. In fact, the pitching coach is going to have a little chat with him. So a meeting of the minds happening here in Philadelphia as Tanner Banks is going to be warming up in the bullpen. Yes, Kerkering again. ERA of a 2.98, but right now is, well, not looking too hot. Once again, folks, hit that like button. That like button is huge for channels like JJ's. And again, appreciate you guys for just clicking on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to Play by Play with JJ. Again, does a great job. I'm not talking about myself. If you're new here, it's like, well, this guy's an arrogant piece of crap. No, I'm not JJ. I'm just a fill-in. But, and of course, if you are enjoying my style, feel free to check out my channel, Dr. Delay, DRDELAY. As we're resuming action, Kerkering sets. Looks back at second, kicks and deals, showing bunt. And did it hit him in the foot? Appeal down to third. And okay, so he did not go. Apparently, it didn't hit him in the foot. Though Profar was kind of acting like it did. 1-0 count. Kerkering fires. That is low for ball 2. And the Phillies crowd is groaning, not thrilled, and just flat out angry. 2-0. Kirkering sets and deals. That is outside ball 3, and the boos get a little bit loud. They're not cheering, they're jeering. 3-0. Kirkering sets and fires. That is low, ball 4. And the boos are just all over Citizens Bank Park. And this might do it for him as, yep, that is it. Kirkering comes in and gets no outs, no nothing. But he was very positive for the Braves as he's loaded the bases. They'll step away. I, of course, will be right here as we have a pitching change. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Make sure, again, to hit that like button. Hit that like button. And where are we at on the likes? Likes are huge. Likes help out channels like JJ's and mine, of course. But yeah, definitely like it up. We're at 187. Hey, guys, let's get to 200. 200 would be a great thing. Great thing for the channel. There's over 300 in here. Only 187. Okay, I see how it is. I'll have to let JJ know that, hey, you know what? I tried. They just didn't want to hit the like button. I know it's really hard. I know you have to take your finger and you have to go press the button on the screen. I get it. I you know, I've been there, I've done it, but you know, it is what it is. New pitcher for the Phillies. It's going to be Tanner Banks. 5-2 record, 3.03 ERA, whip of a 0.94. So really solid whip. As of late, he's even better, 2.57 ERA in his last 7 appearances, a whip of a 0.86. Again, the Braves with bases loaded and nobody out. And of course, again, if you are enjoying my style, feel free to check out my channel, Dr. Delay, D-R-D-R-D-E-L-A-Y, Dr. Delay for Pirates, and of course, bouncing around baseball as well, because again, it's just, you know, Pirates can be pretty tough to cover. It can be. It is. I won't make it to 40 type of that's been tough. Olson's batting .269, OPS of 822, 21 homers and 76 RBIs. This game is going to be a bullpen. I know, and Luzardo has been so good. CMA says it's disgusting. It really is. It really is disgusting. Let's wait until the loads bases, then yank him. I know. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. To be fair, he had to wait 3 batters, as that is a new rule. 1-0 count to Matt Olson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Banks kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. And the Phillies fans are acting like they've just seen a touchdown. Eagles with that reaction. 1-1 count. Banks kicks and fires. And that is in there, but not called a strike. And the Philly fans are pretty upset. You just turned 39, Doc. Yeah. I don't know. The Pirates, they stress me out. 2-1 count. Banks sets and fires. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going to be a foul ball. Two and two. Bases loaded, nobody out. Phillies leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Chopper to second. Oh, they're only going to get 1. As that has tied up the game here in Philadelphia. That will bring up Ronald Acuna. It's batting .290, OPS of 935, 15 homers and 31 RBIs. Again, runners on second and third with just 1 out. And this would be such a devastating way to go if the Braves come back, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. If they're able to come back, that would be just brutal. 0-1. Banks sets and delivers. That is upstairs for ball one. Banks kicks and deals. And tried to check his swing, but he made contact. 1-2. You cheer for Eagles, Phillies, and Red Wings, so definitely shorten your life. Oh, man. 1-2 counts. Banks rocks and fires. Called strike three on the upper part of the zone. He struck him out. Philly fans are happy. And that will bring up Ozzie Albies, batting .234, OPS of .652, 13 homers, and 60 RBIs. Sean, how is it going? Yes, fill it in. Appreciate you. And looks like they're going to walk Albies. They're walking Ozzie Albies. And that will bring up Michael Harris. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. But he is 2 for 3 on the night and got 2 hits off Luzardo. Who is a lefty. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's 1-1 in Philly. Braves at the plate. They are threatening. Banks kicks and deals. That is inside, but it's called a strike. Getting a call, 1-1. One and one count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Turner has it and steps on the bag for out number 3. The Braves tie it up here in the top of the 8th. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's a brand new ball game, 1-1 here in Philadelphia. I was on your stream and tried chatting with you, but Rouseback, yeah. That's fair. Again, I apologize if you're chatting on my stream. Dr. DeLay, hi. How's it going? I can't see the chat, so I can only see JJ's chat. Again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. If you're here for play-by-play with JJ, and you haven't done so already, of course, on Dr. DeLay as well. If you're just here tuning in general, subscribe to the channel. Helps out a lot. And of course, if you're on the Dr. DeLay side, come on over to Play-by-Play with JJ and subscribe here. And of course, if you're on the subscribe or if you're on the Play-by-Play with JJ side, and again, if you like my style, feel free to subscribe over there. Again, I do the same thing. It's Play-by-Play with Dr. DeLay, though I leave out the Play-by-Play with, it's Dr. DeLay over there. And I do Play-by-Play for the Pirates, and I do bounce around Major League Baseball. And of course, I do plenty of football. A lot of Steelers. And of course, you guys will be voting on the games that I'll be doing as well. 2 games every Sunday, Steelers, and a game voted on by the subscribers of the channel. So that sounds good to you. Definitely subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. And of course, again, subscribe to Broadcast Way Behind. Really? Yeah, I don't know. There's some technical difficulties over there. I have no idea what in the world's going on. No idea what my broadcast is doing. Due up for the Phillies, Real Muto, Bohm, and Marsh are going to be due up. There's just been so many issues. If I do this again, I probably won't have it on Dr. DeLay's channel. I won't have it on my channel. I'll just have it here. Real Muto will be coming to the plate, batting .266, OPS of .726, 11 homers and 47 RBIs. We do have a pitching change for the Braves. Tyler Kinley, 3-3 on the year, 4.70 ERA, whip of a 1.35. As we're ready to resume this one here in Philly, where it's 1-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, I saw they beat the Orioles 13-2. All right, Kinley from the stretch. Breaking ball, that's in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count. Kinley sets. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Last year, your Eagles beat the Steelers. Yeah, well, you know what? Who threw a punch and didn't get ejected? Oh, yeah, that's right, the Eagles. Yeah. Nice to know the refs were in Philly's pocket. Or Philly's. Yeah, it's just, anyway, it is what it is. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be reached and hit foul. It is what it is. I mean, it's all good. The Eagles were just a good team, so. The Eagles were a really good team last year. Probably will be very good this year. 0-2 count. Kinley sets. Rocks and fires. That is in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2. Salty. It's just a game, you know. With the Steelers, again, they've been pretty bad, pretty mid the last 8 years. 1-2 count. Kinley kicks and deals. Realmuto hits this to left. Profar is there to make the catch for out number 1. That will bring up Alec Bohm. He's batting .279, OPS of 729, homers, and 51 RBIs. Eagles were historically good. Oh, I know. The Eagles were really good last year. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Bohm is 0 for 2 with a walk in this one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just outside. That's taken for a ball. One counts. Kinley kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Steelers need a coaching change. Oh, I completely agree, by the way. Yeah, no, I'm not exactly a Tomlin guy anymore. Why would I be? Hasn't won a playoff game in 8 years. 1-2 counts. Kinley delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to be a foul ball. You know, if I have as many playoff wins as you do in the last 8 years, there might be a problem. There might be an issue. I don't know. What do I know? 1-2 count to Bohm. Here is the pitch. Bohm hits this to center. And that will be caught for out number 2. 2 outs, and that will bring up Brandon Marsh. Has the only Phillies run today, had a home run in the 4th, batting .268, OPS of 740. 8 homers and 30 RBIs. Steelers need a QB. I agree. We had one with Ben. Didn't do anything with him. But the coach has stayed. I mean, again, it's really him. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Who would you want to replace Tomlin? Doesn't matter. Just get a new coach. Doesn't matter. Any change is better than nothing. 0-1 counts. Kinley kicks and deals. That is high. Almost hit him for ball 1. You know, again, it's like I hear that a lot. Well, who would you replace? Well, when we replaced Knoll with Cowher, who was a no-name, Cowher ended up being fine. When we replaced Cowher with Tomlin, who was a no-name, we ended up being fine. Here's the 1-1. Chopper foul. So, again, I feel like it'd be fine. It would be, we just replace them. New, something new. You got to keep it fresh. You know, when you get stale, you know, it just doesn't work out. 1-2 count to Brandon Marsh. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies and Braves tied at 1 apiece. Kinley rocks and fires. Oh, called strike 3. That one was way out of the zone. That was upstairs. He struck him out. We head to the top of the 9th. It's a 1-1 ball game here in Philly. It's your offense. Defense ain't the problem. But, I mean, I understand that. But Tomlin, he has the offense play conservative so the defense can look better. And, again, that defense, that's not the problem. Well, how do they look against Philly last year? Oh, how do they look against the Chiefs last year? Oh, how do they look against the Bills last year? Oh, how do they look against the Ravens last year? In big games, that Steelers defense that's elite always falls apart. And you can look back. It goes back even to the Bill Cowher era. It's not just Tomlin, but it always just falls apart in big games. I mean, it's every single year. I mean, we lost to Blake Bortles. Ben threw 5 touchdowns, 400-something yards, and we lost because we couldn't stop Blake Bortles and Leonard Fournette. So, again, if you want to, that's just my thoughts. Again, I understand everyone has their own difference of opinion, and that's perfectly fine. I know we're not all going to think the same, but from seeing this team my whole life, I have never seen a more overrated coach. I mean, it's crazy. We need change. Any change is better than none. We go 4-13. Great. We get a chance to draft our franchise quarterback. That's just me. Need a franchise. Again, we had one. When you have one with Ben, and old man Ben was still good. I know the media might have said otherwise, but, you look back and he wasn't that bad. He really wasn't. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll stop ranting on the Steelers. I'm hopeful for the best regardless. As Jake Fraley will be coming to the plate. He's batting .244. OPS of 736. 6 homers and 23 RBIs. By the way, folks, again, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm not JJ. JJ he's stepping away. He'll be back tomorrow, of course. And, of course, if you're enjoying my style, feel free to check out Dr. Delay, DRDELAY. That is me over there. We're steadily growing. We're making progress. As we do have a new pitcher, I'll be sure to get you his information. As here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Jose Alvarado is going to be the pitcher for the Phillies here. It's 4-1 with a 2.74 ERA, whip of a 1.26. Here's the 0-1. That is way upstairs for ball 1. One and 1 count. Alvarado kicks and deals. Ground ball. Oh, Alvarado couldn't get it. Turno has it. Throws. Not in time. Alvarado tried to reach for it. It hit his glove. May have slowed it down. Turner just couldn't get there with the throw in time. So the Braves have a guy at first with nobody out. That will bring up Nacho Alvarez, batting .231, OPS of 607, no homers and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch showing bunt, and it's down. Harper is just going to have to tag first for out number 1. I wonder who's going to be at the plate. It's going to be Brujan. Vidal Brujan. He is 1 for 1. He's batting .240, OPS of 586, no homers and 6 RBIs. That's okay. I don't have the best internet here, Philly. I'm way out in Texas, so out in the middle of nowhere here. Alvarado kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh and 1 count. Alvarado sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Alvarado sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Out number 2. And that will bring up a guy that I can't click on anymore for some reason. You could click on him earlier, but apparently not. And I have some bad news. I have some bad news for you guys. If you guys just saw this, this is unfortunate. Here's the pitch. He hits it to left. That's back. That one is gone. Drake Baldwin, like I've said, when I cover him every Braves game, he just has a great game. As the Braves have taken the lead 3-1 here in Philly. Yep, Jesus Luzardo's performance is going to go down the drain. That's so unfortunate. Drake Baldwin, again, every single time I have covered him, Drake Baldwin has played great. He's just so good. As here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Braves leading 3-1 here in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. Profar batting .264, OPS of .855, 12 homers, 37 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Howdy, Hammer. How's it going? How's it going, man? And it looks like the Philly fans they're done. Some of them are done. They are leaving. 1-1 counts. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs. 99-mile-per-hour sinker. 2-1. Hard to sweep in a 4-game. Yeah, it is. I mean, and the Phillies took the first 3. I mean, taking 3 of 4 from the Braves. That's pretty good. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Bullpen will blow it. Yep. Let's get ready for Milwaukee. That'll be a tough series. It'll be a good one. 2-2 count. Alvarado kicks and fires. That is inside for ball 3. That could be an NLCS preview there. 3-2 count. Alvarado sets, rocks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Well, the Braves have just taken the lead here late in the 9th. Can the Phillies tie it up and possibly win it in the bottom of the 9th? We'll find out after this. Braves leading 3-1 over the Phillies. They'll go away. I will stay right here. Again, appreciate you guys for letting me call this one. It's definitely been fun. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe to Play by Play with JJ. Again, this is not my channel. This is JJ's channel, and I do appreciate you guys letting me call this one. I know we've had our troubles. I got too excited for some strikeouts. I said some things that may have been anti-Philly, even though I said really nothing, except recently. Really, I've started letting my maybe more Eagles problems. But hey, that's all good. But yeah, again, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, if you're enjoying my style, feel free to head over to Dr. Lay and subscribe after the game or during the game. It's whatever. Come back. Yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Again, this is what I do over there. Baseball, football, and of course, a little bit of college basketball once football season has concluded. So appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. We will have a pitching change as the Braves are going to bring in Raisel Iglesias. Iglesias is 4-6 on the year, 3.88 ERA. Whip of a 1.0 for you. He has 22 saves on the year as well. As the Phillies will send up Castellanos. He's 0-for-1 with 2 walks. He's batting .251, OPS of .699, 16 homers and 61 RBIs. Why is there a bottom of the 9th we will win? Oh, man. Oh, man. That is tough. Who will be manager of the year? Derek Shelton, Pirates guy that got fired after a month and a half. He was so good. He was so good. All right, we should be resuming this one again. The Braves lead 3-1 over the Phillies, but again, the Phillies have the players, have the offense that can get it done. Can they do it tonight? We'll find out in just a few. Miami's up 21-7 over Notre Dame. That is, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Honestly, I did not expect that, as here is the pitch. That is low for ball one. Count is 1-0. To Castellanos, here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 95 on the outside corner. Castellanos is 0 for 11 in his career against Iglesias. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. One and two. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. One and two count to Castellanos. Nobody on, nobody out. As Iglesias kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 97 outside the zone. Castellanos couldn't lay off. And that will bring up Harrison Bader. He's batting .267, OPS of .790, 14 homers, and 44 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Trisk, you're crazy. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. So very quickly, 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Iglesias delivers. That's going to be hit to center. Harris is coming in and will make the catch for out number 2. And the Phillies are down to their final out. And that will bring up Bryson Stott. He's batting .246, OPS of .687, 9 homers and 54 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 in this one. Iglesias kicks and fires. That's right down the middle for a called strike. Oh and 1 to Stott. 2 outs, nobody on. Iglesias rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. And just like that, the Phillies are down to their final strike. Stott in his career is 4 for 14 against Iglesias. As Iglesias kicks and deals. He struck him out. And that is your ball game. The Braves have defeated the Phillies 3-1 on Sunday Night Baseball. Of course, the Phillies do, of course, take this series. They did win the first 3 after all. So, yeah, let's try to keep that in perspective if you're a Phillies fan. But the bullpen let you down today. Luzardo with a great performance. Unfortunately, the bullpen just couldn't make it happen. Again, the Phillies pretty much led the entire game at 1-0 all the way till the 8th. And then it was over. And then, of course, a 2-run shot by Baldwin pretty much did the Phillies in as the Braves move up to 62-75. The Phillies fall to 79-58. They'll have to wait for another day for win number 80. That's pretty much going to do it. I don't really do a post-game show. Again, appreciate you guys for letting me be the voice for this one again. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This is what, again, play-by-play with JJ. He is, again, he's the best on YouTube. And again, I'm not JJ. I'm not talking in third person. But again, if you're not subscribed, you're a sports fan, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play for Phillies, Eagles, and, of course, Sixers content. And, of course, again, if you enjoyed my style, feel free to check my channel out, Dr. Delay, DRDELAY. That is my channel. I cover the same things, except not Phillies. I do Pirates and, of course, other sports, Steelers, and then, I will bounce around from time to time. I will figure out how to exit this because I don't really know. I will see here. I'm going to try to get out of here. I will catch you guys later. I'll probably see you guys in the chat again. Feel free to check out my channel. And, of course, subscribe to this one as well. I will see you later. Y'all take care.